Gadgets, right? They're inseparable. If you don't believe me, let's take Dr. Pieter Mulder as our case study. The Freedom Front Plus leader has all sorts of contraptions and paraphernalia that he uses for stargazing, not to mention his array of wall clocks that are collectible. Let's take a look.
The eldest son of Dr. Connie and Suzanne Mulder was born in Randfontein on the 26th of July 1951. He completed his national service military training in the Navy in Saldanha Bay, but it seemed academia was beckoning. By the age of 26, the now Freedom Front Plus leader had completed his BA in communication. A doctorate in philosophy at the University of Potchefstroom then followed, and then he obtained his postdoctoral qualification at the University of Wisconsin in the US. Quite a thinker, Dr. Mulder is fascinated by all things technical.
There's another one. Look at that, just before 6 o'clock now, as you can see. And the red line shows you the time, and it moves around all the way. Next to it, more fascinating for the grandchildren to see all the gears as they move, and they watch it for hours. And that's more or less a station, the clock you get in the airport. This is one working with sound, and then it goes on there with the time. And on this side is one that's a hut, a wooden block with time inside. This is for the grandchildren, again, eyes watching them, but they say 6, the minutes over there and the hours over here. And that one is quite unique. I think it's the only one in the world. It's in Afrikaans. It says, dit is 10 minuten voor 6, Mulder horlosie. And it writes the time out, and it's quite very accurate. And I had it made for me, and I asked him to make it especially for me. If you go to this way, this is quite a full room because all the family things are in here. This is a melted one. You know it from Art World, you know that more or less. It's little balls. It picks a ball up over there. Every minute one comes up here. At the moment it comes up here, it was 1 minute. And the moment it's full, it tips. And then 5 minutes over here, and it tips. And then 1 hour over here. And it gives you some indication of time. Very accurate as well. If you want to look at that as well, yeah. And these are the joke clocks, yeah. That's sort of joke, kitsch clocks if you want to. There's Elvis one up there, quite kitschy. And that's the mathematics one, and my wife is a mathematics teacher. So if you do the calculations, you'll see 6 times 2 is 12. And that one is 1, and then 4 is 2, and you can do the calculation to get the time, the calculation for whatever the time is. And then the grandfather one is quite special. I inherited it from my father.
Dr. Mulder has a total of 42 clocks and counting. That's a lot, but not as many as the stars in the night sky, which he loves to look upon through the lenses of his telescope.
Well, technically my telescope, I would like a much bigger one. I'm still planning for that, but my wife is arguing with me on the priorities. Some stupid microwave or something is more important than this. But one day when I retire, I'll buy me a bigger one. But it's a part of the clocks, you know, our interest in navigation, sea navigation, and they did it by stars always. But then you must know the time exactly. At what time are you where on the sea? And if you look at the stars, then you can determine exactly where you are if you know the time. And that's quite a fascinating story how that developed. So the two are sort of connected with each other. This is my telescope. It's a good hobby for a politician because my work is people. So my hobby is stars. They don't talk back. They don't ask questions. They don't talk back. They're very quiet, and I can watch them on my own. And that's something to escape from the normal day-to-day problems here. No, that's good.
Dr. Mulder's wife Trina and their 5 children find his interests quite comical, to say the least.
You focus it over here, and you can look through there. When I go out there, the children laugh at me because I look for a place where it's safe, and they say sometimes sit in the road because it's safe and you can see up there. Well, a car comes along and they get you here, 4 o'clock in the morning, they won't know what happened. And why are you sitting here looking at the stars? Are there something wrong with you? The day on Mars is 24 hours and about 39 minutes.
Now that I've got the theory, it's time for the practical.
And South Africa, Earth years. So everything is different. And on Saturn, on Jupiter, you'll weigh 3 times more than you're weighing at the moment.
Oh, then I'm not going to.
Ayanda Allie, Potchefstroom.